Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to see about semiconductors. Semiconductors are the materials whose electrical properties lie in between those of insulators and conductors. They have small forbidden energy gap. That is, the gap between the conduction band and valence band is very small. They have negative temperature coefficient of resistance. That is, as we increase the temperature, the resistance of semiconductor decreases, and as we decrease the temperature, the resistance of semiconductor increases. Silicon and germanium are examples of semiconductors, and they both have 4 valence electrons, that is 4 electrons in the outermost shell. The conductivity of semiconductor ranges from 10 to the power minus 6 to 10 to the power 4 Siemens per meter. There are two types of semiconductors: intrinsic or pure semiconductors, extrinsic or impure semiconductors. Intrinsic or pure semiconductors. They are pure form of semiconductors and they do not contain any impurities. At 0 Kelvin, that is at absolute temperature, these semiconductors behave as insulators, and at higher temperature they behave as conductors. In these semiconductors, electric conduction is due to thermally generated electron-hole pairs. Examples of intrinsic semiconductors are pure germanium and silicon. Pure germanium has 0.72 electron volt of band gap and silicon has 1.1 electron volt of band gap. In intrinsic semiconductors, the number of electrons is equal to the number of holes. The law of mass action in intrinsic semiconductors is given as N into P is equal to Ni square. Here, Ni is the intrinsic carrier concentration. The intrinsic carrier concentration or number of charge carriers per unit volume is given by Ni is equal to square root of Nc into Nv into e to the power minus Eg by 2 kT, where Nc and Nv are the effective density of states of the conduction and valence bands. N and P are free electron and hole concentrations. Eg is the band gap energy in joules. K is the Boltzmann constant and its value is equal to 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 joule per Kelvin. T is the temperature in Kelvin. The electrical conductivity of intrinsic semiconductor is given by sigma I is equal to Ni into E into mu E plus mu H Siemens per meter. Here, Ni is the intrinsic carrier concentration or number of charge carriers per unit volume or charge density. E is the electron charge and its value is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. Mu E is the electron mobility and it is equal to Ve by E. Ve is the drift velocity of electrons. E is the electric field strength and mu H is the hole mobility, which is equal to Vh by E. Vh is the drift velocity of holes and E is the electric field strength. The current density of an intrinsic semiconductor is given by J is equal to sigma I into E. Substituting for the value of sigma I, which is the electrical conductivity, we have current density J is equal to Ni into E into mu E plus mu H into E. Here, small e represents the charge of electron and capital E represents the electric field strength. Next is the extrinsic or impure semiconductors. In intrinsic semiconductors, the conductivity is very low. So, in order to increase the conductivity of intrinsic semiconductor, a small amount of impurity is added into an intrinsic semiconductor. This process is called doping. So after doping, it is called as extrinsic semiconductor. The impurity atoms are called dopants. The dopants may be pentavalent or trivalent atoms. Examples of pentavalent impurity atoms are bismuth, antimony, phosphorus and arsenic. These atoms have 5 valence electrons in their outermost shell. Examples of trivalent impurity atoms are aluminum, gallium, indium and boron. These atoms have 3 electrons in their outermost shell. Pentavalent doping atom is known as donor because these impurity atoms donate 1 electron to the semiconductor. And the trivalent doping atom is known as acceptor because these atoms accept 1 electrons from the semiconductor. Next is the types of extrinsic semiconductors, N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor. Now we will see about N-type semiconductor. In this type, a small amount of pentavalent impurity atom is added to a pure semiconductor crystal. Each of this impurity atom donates 1 free electron to the semiconductor and hence they are called donors. Here free electrons are the majority charge carriers and holes are the minority charge carriers. Hence it is known as N-type semiconductor. Conductivity is given by sigma n is equal to E into Nn into mu E plus Pn into mu H Siemens per meter. Here Nn and Pn are the electron and hole densities in the N-type semiconductor and mu E and mu H are the mobility of electrons and holes. This is an example of N-type semiconductor. In this, the 4 valence electrons of antimony atom form covalent bonds with electrons of neighboring 4 silicon atoms. The 5th electron of antimony atom is loosely bound. This free electron is the carrier of current. The energy level corresponding to 5th valence electron is in the forbidden gap and lies slightly below the conduction band. This level is called donor energy level. When the 5th valence electron is transferred to the conduction band, the antimony atom becomes positively charged immobile ion. Each impurity atom donates 1 free electron to the semiconductor and hence they are called donors. Next is the energy level diagram. It has conduction band and valence band. The band of energy occupied by the free electrons is called conduction band. The band of energy occupied by the valence electrons are called valence band. Valence electrons are the electrons in the outermost shell of the atom. The energy level corresponding to the 5th valence electron is the donor energy level, and below this energy level is the Fermi level, which represents the energy level at absolute temperature 0 Kelvin. Next is the P-type semiconductor. In this type, a small amount of trivalent impurity is added to a pure semiconductor crystal. Each impurity atom creates 1 hole in the semiconductor. Hence these holes can accept electrons from the other atoms. They are called acceptors. In P-type semiconductor, holes are the majority charge carriers and free electrons are the minority charge carriers. Conductivity of a P-type semiconductor is given by sigma P is equal to E into Np into mu E plus Pp into mu H in Siemens per meter. Here Np and Pp are the electron and hole densities in the P-type semiconductor. Mu E and mu H are the electron and hole mobilities. This is an example of P-type semiconductor. Here, the three valence electrons of the boron atom form covalent bonds with the valence electrons of neighboring three silicon atoms. In the fourth covalent bond, there is deficiency of one electron, which is called as hole. Hence, for each impurity atom, one hole is created. Since the holes can accept electrons from other atoms, these impurity atoms are called acceptors. An electron from neighboring atom can enter this hole, creating hole in its place. This process continues and the holes move about in random manner due to thermal effects. The energy level corresponds is in the forbidden energy gap and lies slightly above the valence band. This energy level is called acceptor energy level. Electrons from the valence band can easily jump into the acceptor level by thermal agitation. P-type semiconductors, holes are the majority charge carriers and free electrons are the minority charge carriers. Directed motion of charge carriers in semiconductors occurs through two mechanisms. One is the charge drift and other is the diffusion of charge. First we will see about charge drift. Under the influence of electric field, the charge contains a directed motion which is superimposed on their random motion. Drift, and this results in a net average velocity called drift velocity in the direction of field. The drift velocity is given by Vd is equal to mu into E. Mu is the mobility and E is the electric field strength. Current density due to electron and hole drift is given by J is equal to E into N into mu E plus P into mu H into E. Next is the diffusion. Gradual flow of charge from a region of high density to a region of low density is called diffusion. It is a force-free process and it is based on non-uniform distribution of charge carriers in the semiconductor. Here there is no requirement for any external force. Current density due to electron diffusion is given by Je is equal to E into dE into dN by dx. Current density due to hole diffusion is given by Jh is equal to minus E into dH into dP by dx. Here dE and dH are the electron and hole diffusion constants. dN by dx is the density gradient of electrons and dP by dx is the density of holes. The relation between diffusion constant and mobility is given by dE by mu E is equal to dH by mu H is equal to kT by E is equal to T by 11,600. This relation is known as Einstein's equation. Here dE and dH are the diffusion constants, mu E and mu H are the mobility of electron and holes, K is the Boltzmann constant, T is the temperature in Kelvin, E is the charge of electron and its value is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. Next is the continuity equation. Carrier concentration in the body of a semiconductor is a function of both time and distance. Differential equation governing this relationship given as dou P by dou T is equal to minus mu P into E into dou P by dou X plus dP into dou square P by dou X square minus P naught by tau P, and dou N by dou T is equal to plus mu N into E into dou N by dou X plus dN into dou square N by dou X square minus N naught divided by tau N. Here P naught and N naught are the equilibrium concentration of holes and electrons. Mu P and mu N are the mobility of holes and electrons. dP and dN are the diffusion constants of holes and electrons. Thanks for watching the video. For more videos, subscribe our channel.